going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. So this week was kind of a little crazy. So I was saying last week that I thought there was a potential that NZD either corrected, dropped, and sweep lows down here and then head up because that double top was still sitting there. And that's what I was going for, but I figured I thought that was the more likely scenario. But I figured there was a chance that price could come up first and take out the double top. You know, for the Fed news. But the CPI actually shot it up early, and then the Fed news was right here. So I'm like, okay, but I had a buy order, rode this up, made some money on that little correction because of this, massive move down. I figured there would be a retracement of this. So I got that, took profit, and then sold again right here and had a stop loss like up here somewhere, just in case. And when CPI happened, it launched up, undid my win, completely undid my win, and I was in the hole. So once the Fed meeting happened, I saw that NZD came up, took out this weekly double top. So I jumped over to Aussie. And I sold from the Fed meeting, right at the Fed meeting. I sold right up here, rode that down, took profit, regained all of my losses, basically. And then I waited because there was red flag news on Friday. I decided to I was like, dude, I just barely got back. I just want to see what happens. So I let the news play out, and I saw that we got this little wick. It looked like price was starting to head back down. So then I re-entered basically in the same exact spot that I got out and rode that down. And I'm still in that. But I think after this candle, I wanted to see, because sometimes you get like a pin bar candle. It looks like it's going to reverse, and then the very next candle, it just keeps going down further. So I just wanted to give it time and think about it. But basically, on the weekly chart, I'm just trying to figure out the direction here, because we moved down, we had this little expansion, then another move down, then we pushed up, got to move down into another expansion. So I was looking for a weekly swing to the downside here. That's what I've been looking for. But we're kind of hanging out too long. We're hanging out going sideways too long. That is a sign that potentially the market is getting comfortable, and this is actually going up, which is very, very possible. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take profit on this as soon as the market opens. And I'm going to probably throw in a buy right when the market opens, or after the volatility calms down. See if we can get a little bit of a pullback or something. Look for a buy and try to ride it up, probably at least to this low. Take it and get out and see what happens. I'm thinking, because we have red flag news for Aussie on Tuesday. So, it might make sense. If this is going to head higher, I would say there's a pretty good chance that price would push down into this zone here, taking out the lows before we go. Because, price has been just consolidating sideways here. Buyers and sellers, buyers and sellers. So once there's a clear direction, and they're like, oh, market's going up, they're going to sweep these lows here. There's even a low back here and one right here. So I just kind of put a zone here, which on the weekly chart you can see, yeah, it's an area. It's a big area. of respect. So if I might go for like a lot, like if, yeah, like I say, if the market's gonna move up, I would imagine that price might like come up. Maybe Aussie News pushes this down one to come sweep the lows. And then we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens from there. Because if they're going to move the market up, I think that's where price is going to go first. Is sweep the lows. You know, finish whatever this is. This bigger correction. This looks like a bull flag maybe. I don't know. But it's just, it's hanging out too long, man. I doubt it's going to go straight up and just break from here. But who knows? We might get surprised. But I think, yeah, this is the risk I'm going to take. I'm going to take profit on this. I'm going to buy here. I'm going to try to sell or get out up here somewhere and then look for another sell. Obviously, these buy and sell orders might get moved around depending on where we are leading into Tuesday's Aussie News. But once price comes up a little bit, I want to get out and look for a sell somewhere between, you know, this high and the trend line. And try to ride this down. And then I'm going to be looking to take profit down here in this zone. And I'm going to be looking for maybe a longer term, a bigger picture move. Because if this is a consolidation for a breakout, you know, we're going to be breaking out of a bigger picture, like much bigger picture trend line. Yeah, you can see Aussie is kind of wedging itself down into this corner. Yeah, you see how slow it's got too? Like, you know, notice this on the weekly chart? Like this bigger pattern that we're in here. Price came down and bounced, came all the way up. We went all the way down for COVID, little false break, came flying back up. Hit the top here. Now we've been working our way down, bouncing, 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 bouncing. It's just kind of getting slow. It's working itself into this little corner. And if this consolidation leads to a break through this bigger picture, I mean, this trend line has been for a while, like since 2020, yeah, since 2020 almost. So this is a 4-year like trend line, and if we smash through that, then there's a good chance that this could be going up for a little bit, all the way up to somewhere up here on the weekly chart. And then obviously up there, that would be a great place to look for potentially a bigger picture long-term Aussie USD short, potentially. And if we break this through this trend line, and I can get in down here, I mean, that would be a perfect scenario in my mind. I mean, if you think about that, if they're going to move the market higher, they come down, they sweep these lows, we get filled somewhere there, and we're correct on this, and this is breaking through that trend line. It starts heading up and breaks through the trend line. We've got a good spot here. Because if it comes back down and retests the trend line, you see, like, we have some real estate here in between our order. So this will be much easier to hold for me mentally long term if I can get in at the right spot. And yeah, again, if this is going to start a bigger picture trend all the way up, this could be, I mean, this could be a great spot, bigger picture, to just hold this thing all the way up and potentially add on the way, if that's where we're going. Because there's been times too before where I've been fooled And it's like, oh, look, it's a flag. It looks bullish. And then it just plummets and it goes to the downside. So it's hard to say, but I would say if we get much below this low, yeah, I don't think we'll go much below that. Yeah, but you know, who knows? But this is my plan as of right now. And we'll have to see what the market does. Because it has been tricky, man. It has been tricky. It's like you really have to look at, like, a lot. And really think about it. And try to build a case bullish and bearish in your head. And sometimes I see one thing and it's like, oh, it looks like an expansion pattern. The general trend is down. You know, it should continue down. But not actually take the time to go and look at bullish case scenario. Zoom way out, zoom back in, you know? But at least this week I was able to recover, which is good. But yeah, anyways, guys, that is the plan for me. We shall see. The Bitcoin. Oof. Ugly, man, ugly. Yeah, this Bitcoin looks like it could be... This looks like this could be coming all the way back down to 55,000. Potentially, you know? Creating a little pattern here for continuation higher. So, I will eventually be in drawdown in the Bitcoin, but I'm gonna hold. Doge and Bitcoin, I'm gonna stay firm for now and keep stacking the metals, man. Keep on stacking. But that's good news if because I notice Aussie USD and silver tend to move kind of the same. You know, when Aussie USD is bullish, silver's usually moving right along with it. I don't know why. Just a little observation that I made. So if Aussie USD is getting ready to break out of that trend, silver is going to rip with it. So that could be kind of part of what's going on here. You notice silver's got like a little expanding thing happening here. So silver might come up and then go down one more time. Potentially a little bit deeper. Kill some more time. And then start heading up. So we shall see. But anyways, guys, see you later.